What's up, dudes and dudettes? Are you ready for some totally tubular 80s nostalgia questions to bring you back to one of the greatest decades? If you are enjoying my quizzes, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. What type of portable music player became iconic in the 80s? Sony Walkman. What VHS rental company, founded in the 80s, became a cultural icon? Blockbuster. What was the name of the video game featuring a yellow character eating dots in a maze? Pac-Man. Which fashion trend featured pants with elastic cuffs? Parachute pants. What short-lived new soda was incorrectly projected to be the next best thing? New Coke. Who sang Billie Jean? Michael Jackson. What year did the Berlin Wall fall? 1989. What was the name of the puzzle toy craze of the 80s? Rubik's Cube. Which animated TV series featured Autobots and Decepticons? Transformers. Which arcade game featured Jumpman, jumping over barrels and climbing ladders? Donkey Kong. What actor played Indiana Jones? Harrison Ford. Which band released Take On Me along with its iconic music video? Ah! What iconic sitcom featured the Huxtable family? The Cosby Show. What band released the hit song Sweet Child O' Mine in 1987? Guns N' Roses. Who was the U.S. president for most of the 1980s? Ronald Reagan. Which 1984 film featured characters played by Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Which singer was known for hits like a Virgin and Material Girl? Madonna. What type of car was turned into a time machine in Back to the Future? The DeLorean. Which 1980s sitcom starred four older women living in Miami? The Golden Girls. What movie featured the skilled but reckless fighter pilot with a need for speed? Top Gun. What TV show featured a furry brown alien who lived in a garage? Alf. Which 1980s movie brought to light the pros and cons of skipping school? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What horror movie villain wore a glove with blades? Freddy Krueger. What soda brand did Michael Jackson land a record-breaking endorsement deal with? Pepsi. What popular animated series had characters like Lion-O and Mama-Ray? Thundercats. What 1980s video game featured an amphibian crossing traffic in rivers? Frogger. Who sang Wake Me Up Before You Go Go? Wham! Who starred as the Terminator in 1984? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Which fashion accessory was worn by slapping it onto the wrist? Slap bracelet. What was the name of the little alien who phoned home? E.T. Which sitcom followed the Tanner family in San Francisco? How rude. Full House. Which game involved removing body parts with tweezers without touching the edges? Operation. What car was featured in the TV show Knight Rider? Kit. What 1980s workout video icon popularized aerobics? Jane Fonda. Which singer released Livin' on a Prayer? Bon Jovi. What 1980s gadget let you record TV shows at home? VCR. What spooky film featured a character with a black and white striped suit? Beetlejuice. What handheld console did Nintendo release in 1989? Game Boy. Who starred as Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop? Eddie Murphy. What toy line had characters like Duke, Snake Eyes, and Cobra Commander? G.I. Joe. Who sang Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Cyndi Lauper. Which cartoon featured crime-fighting heroes who loved pizza? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which movie featured a dancing Kevin Bacon? Footloose. What band released Every Breath You Take? The Police. What 1980s commercial featured the line, "Where's the beef?" Wendy's. Which 80s toy allowed kids to draw with light pegs on a blackboard? Light Bright. What song did Survivor release for Rocky III? Eye of the Tiger. Which movie featured the character Gizmo? Gremlins. What horror movie series introduced Jason Voorhees? Friday the 13th. What was the nickname of the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team victory? The Miracle on Ice. Was that quiz bodacious, fantabulous, or just bitchin'? Let me know what you thought down in the comments, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to Quizzy Trivia for new videos every week. See you next time.